advice would you give somebody who's just starting out? Because we've mentioned books, you've mentioned toys, you've mentioned Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Amazon, Etsy, and you're all over the place. You got your hands in so many different streams, and it's all bringing you income. What would you suggest if another pastor friend came to you and said, "I've seen what you were doing, Peter, and I want to start an e-commerce business"?
I would say definitely just start with one thing, and like I would suggest like either Mercari or Amazon or Facebook, something so you could just sell something to see if you even like it.
Yeah.
Because I've some people are like, I just don't even like selling things. I don't want to do it, Yeah. And until you actually buy something, sell something, ship something, get paid, and get a sense of if that's fulfilling and you're going to enjoy doing it, then don't spend all that money on courses and learning all that. Just initially get something rolling and going.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad that I got suspended once so that I could diversify, because I was leaning on Amazon as my only thing, and now with diversity, it's really helping me. I never thought that would be the case, but it really is.
Yeah.
So
incredible.
I hope that helps.
No, it's very helpful. What advice would you give to just other newbies, just that are struggling? Like, you're a pastor, so encourage the folks that are listening here that are, like you before we hit record, talking about how just people are struggling today. And there's all kinds of needs out there. The people that are the guy that is stuck in their job that they hate, or maybe they just got laid off because of what's going on in the world or whatever. Just give some encouragement to that person.
Yeah, I would say definitely find a mentor or somebody who's doing what you want to do, and pick their brain. And if they'll even invest in you on a regular basis with some commitment level, that would really make the difference. I think people are just so alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people are leery, because I read a lot of the comments online from Legends and other places that people are struggling to try to make it work.
Yeah.
And they're seeing all these success stories. Like for me, I've seen people that started since I started that made 5 to 10 times more than I could ever imagine. And, and I could easily go, what's wrong with me? I'm not making that much, but I also realize I'm choosing a certain way to do it.
Yeah.
And so people out there, they need to find a niche, and I would say, there's also the electronic niche that, that is different, like selling digital products. I've dabbled with that a little bit, and I really like it, but it is a whole different shift from the physical product.
Yeah.
And I haven't figured out. So I keep working on that in the background, like merch on Amazon, digital stuff, making your own books. I've done a little bit of it, but I really haven't made any money to speak of. But I'd like to get to the place where I could learn to do that as I get older, and I don't want to physically have to handle stuff if I could do stuff digitally. So some people out there, you can make a lot of your own products and never pay anything.
It's true.
If you got the creative side to you that, know how to do things.
That's good. Also, last question here. You seem like you have a lot of things going on in your business and, personal life. But you've heard shiny object syndrome. It doesn't sound like that is a big deal for you, at least because you sound like you're managing it really well. You got Amazon, your Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and Walmart, and it's all going pretty well. It's not like you don't seem scattered. You seem like you got them all working together pretty well.
My wife would dicker the difference.
Say something different. Okay.
Yeah, she says, "How do you keep track of all this stuff?"
It seems like you are, and because you've been around e-commerce for a while now, so the challenge is like, "Ooh, new course coming out. Let's try that. Let's buy this. Let's do this strategy." How have you been able to stay focused? Because if you get too unfocused, obviously you will get too scattered and nothing works because you're jumping around.
Yeah. You gotta, I don't know, like I've taken a lot of courses over the last 6-7 years, and I've learned a lot. Some of them I wish I hadn't taken, and some of them I'm glad I did.
Right.
And I met a lot of great people along the way. if somebody's out there and they're just trying to make it, you can do it with little to nothing, but it's really nice to have somebody you can talk to.
Yes.
I mean, you got to just have somebody you can get advice from, and then they can encourage you. If you don't have that, it's so easy to just say, "Oh well, I quit."
Yes.
This isn't for me. So
I agree. Community is so key.
Yeah, I have a pastor friend of mine who I never thought he'd do it, but I had I've helped a few pastors, and one pastor, he got going and he was really doing good, and then he just dropped off. He just said, I just don't have the time. So he wasn't as driven, I think, as probably I was, And then I have another pastor friend I'm helping now, and we talk probably once every few weeks, and he'll pick my brain every once in a while.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell him where he should get something. So we share kind of ideas where to get things.
Awesome.
And so, we need each other out here.
Yes.
I think that's what you're doing with Legends is so good is that people will plug in.
Yes.
It's helpful.
Absolutely. Agree 100%. The people that I see that are most successful have some a community or a coach around them that help them. So
yeah.